demos Virtuoso is going for. If he starts connecting physically, I think, excuse me, and then they get those shots in, I think we'll see a completely different result than we did in that fadeaway matchup, and they'll take the lead.
Early on,
okay.
Metza, 6 seconds off kickoff. Exotic gets a little chip, and then Relating Wave punts him away. No chance he gets to that ball.
I love Relating Wave. I've always been a fan of this guy. I think I've seen him flourish from the Rival Series and come up. He's always been an accurate striker. So it's weird to say that Endpoint don't really have that accuracy in terms of shooting yet, because it seems like Relating Wave always seems to carry the team in that regard. Seeing him get involved, nice little flick there on the offensive side. That's what we want to see. But Solary, I mean, these guys as well, it's weird because I still am trying to form an opinion on them, James. I mean, I'm curious what you think about these guys. I think that's a good demo. Okay.
I think they got off to a rough start, and it's moments like these that will help solidify my opinion. I think for both of these teams, I'm still wondering where they rank.
I mean, Fair even said it best with this new format. We're giving so many people experience against the top dogs. And look at Exotic. The nice little shot there. This 50 did not go as well. Actually, a dunk from Yukis. He didn't even flip into the ball and still completely won that 50.
You can see Virtuoso in the corner, caught in a bit of a situation. At a full standstill, decided to hit the ball, went right to an attacking player that led to that ball popping out into the middle. Defensively, not the most ideal play. And in the first minute, teams trading goals. Now this ball kicks out to Virtuoso. Infield pass. Metzenaris lays off it. He's got almost no boost, but has enough to get to that ball there.
Oh, that's when things get scary too. Metza, he's a notable player to be more passive. And in that instance, I feel like he should have just pushed up forward. He could have gotten a great shot off that midfield pass. Instead, he left himself in a 2-versus-1 situation. Thankfully, he got the save, but you do not want to be putting yourself in that situation voluntarily.
Virtuoso took an odd angle to that ball, used up a lot of the boost, still was able to get to it. Relating Wave trying to think if he should go to the boost or the ball. In the end, made the right decision getting the ball downfield. But he's got 12 boosts. Metzenaris will help out instead. Virtuoso, again, helping out Relating Wave, who's been on 12 boosts forever, or so it seems. This one bouncing around in front of net. Metzenaris going for the clear, doesn't get much. Yukis, backboard pass. Relating Wave will get back up from Virtuoso, but this is looking grim. Carrion carries it to Exotic. Exotic, double tap, rebound to Yukis, and Yukis will finish this off. Solary had the pressure, the boost, the determination, and get the goal.
Oh, and they made use of that space so well. You could see they were passing in the midfield, and then little touches to keep the ball close. Yukis then goes for a double tap, gets it, sets up his teammate, and so much space, like I said, given from Endpoint. Everybody was on goal line, not trying to push out, and Solary made him pay.
Carrion will yield this to Yukis. Hard clear downfield. Metza hits Virtuoso on the wall. Virtuoso going for the 50. He loses it, but it goes right back to Metza. Metza staying in the play. Another challenge. Will go for a 50-0 boost. It's going to bounce in front of net. Exotic will clear it off to the side and take his own pass. Wave dash into it. 50 sends it upfield.
See Exotic, they're going for a little slower pace there, trying to get the 50, force it in. I told you, whenever that space is given to you, just use it. They're making sure they're not panicking on defense and going with level heads here in the first game, which is what I want to see out of Solary, because I thought Endpoint, they had all the advantage.
The desk and Twitch chat certainly believing that to be the case. Infield pass, Metza will go for the backboard, and Yukis well positioned to handle it and gets the 50. Virtuoso has Metza in the middle, passes to him, but the play cut out by Carrion. Now on the other end, Carrion can't win that 50 against Relating Wave. Ball back to Yukis at the midfield. Yukis too slow to the ball. Virtuoso attacking the backboard. Exotic will slow it down. Metza will miss. Does half flip into the boost. This could be good for Endpoint. Metza turns, but hits it right to Yukis, who puts it downfield. Carrion, the shot denied by Virtuoso, rebound to Exotic, and he dropped it over. But another big save on the goal line. Endpoint keep this one within reach.
Virtuoso had to get that pre-jump in the net. He saw the shot coming in from the corner, jumped a bit in advance, and still got the save. The man who gets so many demos is actually the one saving his team on the goal line, but they're still trailing by 1 goal. 45 seconds left. Here he comes with a nice little clear shot. Doesn't go in, but the pressure is there for him.
Carrion. Going for that 50, gets the boost steal in the corner, but Relating Wave, big clear, racing to it. Carrion's gonna have to get the play. Rebound out, Virtuoso, a step slow. Demo, the net could be open.
Exotic
going for the shot, but Metza spawns on the right side and is able to break up the play.
Oh, so many close plays back and forth. I love the counterattacks from Solary, and they were able to keep their defense really tight with rotation. They were getting in front of the shots, but there's a bump from Virtuoso, what we expect to see, and yet no shooter, no pass comes out, and they've got 3 seconds to make up for it. Kyrian, he puts that one in, and it's the counterattack that pays off, James.
Carrion finishing this one off after Yukis leaves it for him, and that one crossbar down. Can't place it much better than that. And a strong ending to game 1. Solary had a lot of pressure, keeping Endpoint on their back foot a majority of that game. And Endpoint gonna have to go back to the drawing board for game 2.
Yeah, and I think the concept is trying to recover after Virtuoso goes for a demo or a bump. Even in those final seconds, there was such a good opportunity for Endpoint to get a shot on net, but the recovery from everybody on Solary on defense was pristine. They got somebody on the backboard even whenever their goalkeeper was bumped and made sure to challenge it, no matter if the pass from Endpoint was on point.
And I think that was really an important point to make, Turtle. We saw Yukis on the backboard, denying those backboard passes, so that's going to force Endpoint to start looking for those infield plays if they want to get it past Solary.
Yeah, I mean, that's the key, is making sure you have a safety net. I think whenever you're going up against demo-intensive teams, you always want to have somebody rotating behind you. If you leave somebody back alone, that is where things get risky. They were able to counterattack, too, very well. It seemed like when they would come out of their half, everybody was pushing forward. Nobody really cared about getting boost. They were just worried about getting a shot on net.
We'll see if Endpoint can bounce back game 2. Twitch chat and the desk all looking to Endpoint to get the win here, but Solary takes game 1 pretty commandingly. We'll see if game 2 is any different.
I love that interview from Ferry where he talked about the format giving a lot of people who don't have that much experience in teams to kind of close that gap in skill. I think it's a great example of that. I mean, Metza, a player who has so much experience now coming up against Solary, who didn't have the most experience coming into this format, but now they're popping off. We've got a really close game. I mean, even Twitch chat doesn't know. I mean, how are we supposed to guess who's going to win at this point, James?
I think analysis, and my analysis is Metza is there again. He scored the first goal last game. Does it here, another early goal in the first minute.
Oh, that was some beautiful passing too, back and forth. Metza got a little touch there where he didn't even have to flip into the ball, and they're making sure to keep possession as Virtuoso will go for the bump. Nice little shot. And like you said, this is exactly how game 1 started. Now they just got to keep this lead and make sure they don't let off on the gas.
Speed from Relating Wave. Didn't let his foot off the gas there, breaking up that play. Virtuoso can't dribble it around. This is tough for Relating Wave. Numbers advantage for Solary, going for net. And that shot cut out in full field from goal line to goal line. Relating Wave snipes this one.
Where is the third man? Everybody is in their half taking boost. I thought maybe a bump happened for Virtuoso, but no, everybody just pushed up, trying to get some boost. You can see Yukis just dropped the controller. He didn't even know what happened. And over-aggression plagued Solary.
Well, you know, it was a 3v1. Relating Wave didn't get bumped, was able to dodge it. And when you're in that situation where you have one defender in net, you have your whole team up that far, you can't afford to put the ball on the platter of that defender in net.
Yeah.
You've got to push the ball high, force him to jump, hope he makes a mistake, try to go for the backboard, try to get it bouncing up high in front of net.
Right.
Otherwise, what we just saw happens. So we'll see how Solary will bounce back. 2-goal deficit early in game 2.
Still surprising to see 3 people so linear on offense. We rarely see aggression like that Now you can see Exotic staying a little bit back. This is the positioning we expected out of Solary in that final moment. And look at that, he just gets a nice little 50. Now they can recover. Oh, but here's the double commit. Things not looking too good on the side of communication and organization out of Solary.
The game is still young. Yukis, full boost, will tap to himself. Relating Wave breaks up the play right to Exotic. Exotic, backward pass, but again, it's Relating Wave in the way. He has been a staunch defender for Endpoint.
And he's on the backboard too. That's the key. Staying on the backboard to get a lot of these clears out. Take it to the corner. You can force a 50. Endpoint are making use of it.
Relating Wave even getting a bump there. Mets off the post. Carrion will finally clear this to the side. Endpoint almost getting another one. Relating Wave, the demo on Carrion, who was going for that ball. Virtuoso with some space, trying to flick it past Yukis. Carrion with the help. Relating Wave. I like that first touch. Second touch, couldn't get it around Yukis. Metza in the corner, challenged by Exotic to Carrion. Good read from Relating Wave. He was up early, denies the backboard play yet again.
A monster on defense. Endpoint, they've been able to hold on this entire time. The difference between this game and the first one is that you've got Relating Wave on the backboard being consistent. Didn't really see much of that in the previous one. A little bit more passive, but now everybody's definitely confident when it comes to challenging off that backboard. Even Relating Wave here, look at him. He continues to follow it after he gets the touch off the backboard. And now there's an open net, it feels like, to shoot at. Barely gets a save from Carrion, but their offense looking better and better.
I thought that might have been a mistake from Relating Wave, who let that first touch get away from him. But Endpoint almost turned that into a goal. Carrion to Yukis, but Metza is there. Carrion again will poke it around Relating Wave and now clears it cross field. Relating Wave trying to take it up. Will go for the pinch off the ceiling. Metza was there. Carrion will have to challenge Virtuoso. Doesn't get there in time. The pass. Carrion. That one was a scary moment, Turtle.
Oh my, that shot for Virtuoso reminded me of the Cookseer goal that we got where it barely nicked off the player after he got that hit or the clear. And Johnny Boy was even talking about how much power you can get if you just barely touch the ball after it bounces. You can destroy it in terms of power. Oh, but that's a great pass in the midfield. It's so clean. It's so good. Oh,
crispy. That one sizzling across the field. Hard pass, even harder shot. 85 miles an hour, 138 kilometers per hour. Under a minute left to go. Solary got one. Will they get another? Exotic first touch control. Tries to slow play it, but Metza wasn't falling. This one will bounce down. Metza moves up field. Will hit it high. Exotic on the backboard with time. Takes space. That 50 will bounce right down. Now Carrion. Solary struggling to get it out of their half, and Metza with the solo play will put this game away for Endpoint.
Oh, there's so many things in this play that are involved. There's awareness, and then also the control of that ball. He knew nobody was in the corner right away. If he brings that first touch and keeps it close, he can follow up with a nice little double touch, where he just hops into it, gets so much power. And now Endpoint, they've got so much security here. Even demos from Virtuoso with 20 seconds left. I can't see them losing this game.
Metza making sure that Endpoint keeps a firm grasp on this game. Burning more time. And in game two, Endpoint worked things out, and a lot of it was on the back of Relating Wave, who defensively had a standout performance.
That was their whole issue the first game. They couldn't get organized on defense, and it felt like there were so many times where everyone was bunched up in the goal. And if that keeps happening, that's how you know nobody's on the backboard. I guarantee you there had to have been some kind of communication where a player or a coach was saying, look, we're getting bunched up in net. We're all on the goal line. Let's have somebody go on the backboard. That way we have a much wider range of where we have our defenders. We can get better clears off. And Relating Wave in this instance was that player, James.
He really was. Relating Wave, a goal, an assist to his name as well. Making plays left and right. Metza scoring goals as well. Cleaning things up, being where he had to. Much different look in game two. You can understand why the predictions were the way they were after witnessing what we just saw.
On Metza, I love that little 1v1 play in the corner where he kept it to himself. There's so many times where it's almost habitual for a player just to throw it into the corner. But for Metza to switch it up, take it inwards with that little dribble and go straight to net, it was a beautiful play. And I think that's what gave them the edge, the security goal right there. A lot of confidence just given to Endpoint.
So now we're moving into game 3. This series already looking back and forth. We saw game 5 against Vitality and Liquid. This one, close enough. Maybe we'll see that again.
Again, lots of game.
Carrying off, kickoff, solo play from him. Lovely.
This looks so good. Look at that first touch, keeping it close again. That's been the theme so far. As Virtuoso misses it, just barely mispredicts that bounce off the backboard. It's a hard hit to go for when you think they're going to get another touch. And Endpoint suffer.
Virtuoso. This one streaking back towards net off a strange challenge. Carrying up. Yukis hopped off the wall early, so Metza will be there first. Demo from Virtuoso. Clearing up some space for Endpoint. Metza will send it towards net. Double commit from Solary. Virtuoso trying to force the issue off the sidewall.
Double commit.
Another double commit from Solary. The defense trying to get their feet under them for Solary, and as Endpoint keeps this going.
A couple mechanical issues, though, for Endpoint. There have been a few instances where I've seen them with good looks in the midfield. They get a pass across, but where's the shot? Where's the mechanics to put one on net? They have all the ideas, the foundation there. Even Metza a little bit slow to get up to that. That's a double commit. But Relating Wave, just a little hit to nobody as he gives away possession for Exotic to get a nice little clear.
Virtuoso staying upfield, getting a bump on Yukis as well. Carrion will be the last there, has to get a good touch, and he recovers on the backboard. That spelled danger. Not out of it yet. Yukis with the backflip save. Endpoint taking shot after shot after shot. Somehow Solary still keeping this ball out of the net.
Yeah, we talked about backboard defense with Relating Wave, but we just saw a crazy play from, I believe it was Carrion on the backboard, the recovery to keep following it up. Solary getting tested as they get that first goal advantage.
Metza will give up possession. Big clear to the corner. Exotic was waiting for it, tries to center it, but Relating Wave there yet again. Pass up to Virtuoso, now up to Metza. This one almost weaves its way through the defense. Relating Wave, low boost. Can't center it. Two players in the Solary net for Endpoint. Relating Wave getting out. Not much boost. Looking for the pass. Now on the other end, Exotic. He was flailing all around in front of net. You thought he might get a redirect, but no go.
Maybe going for a little bit of a fake there. You could see his teammate was lurking underneath and waiting for the ball to drop. It would have been a nice little fake, but the defense, I'm not sure who it was on Endpoint. Good patience from him to stay there, keep his cool, and make sure he doesn't freak out with a little pre-flip here and there, assuming someone's going to hit the ball.
Love this play from Metza. He didn't boom it downfield when he had the angle, had the lineup, was low on boost. Instead, let it roll back, get boost, try to make the play there. Endpoint battling from behind despite outshooting. Oh, there we go, Virtuoso! The double tap, low altitude.
He got the demo in midfield, and then look at this. He actually hits it to the left side of the defender to make sure he has a double tap off the backboard. If he hit that anywhere towards the net on that first hit, it would have been saved 100%. Virtuoso, not only did he open up the space, but what a mechanical play from him on the shot.
Seemed like a matter of time. Endpoint out shooting Solary 7-1. So much possession from Endpoint. That was the first goal at the hands of Virtuoso, who, like you said, Turtle, creating space with that demo.
He's still going for bumps too.
Yeah. And that's something you expect from Virtuoso. Bring it to the table. Relating Wave. In the trenches, seen a lot of small ball teams trying to slow it down, get around the ball, accept the 50s. We're approaching the final minute of gameplay. A good fake from Exotic, but we see Virtuoso was having none of it. Virtuoso going all the way to the back corner to get boost. Now he's going to be hunting for a demo.
Oh, nice 52, getting in front of that ball. I think the defense from Endpoint truly stepped up their game. We aren't seeing a lot of shots go uncontested on the side of Endpoint. Here's Virtuoso with a little air dribble. Does he have the flip? He does. Out to Relating Wave. The slow shot. It gets across all defenders and somehow goes in.
And this whole play,
wow,
going back to Virtuoso, dribbling this ball on the wall, out of his own half, flip reset pass off the backboard. Virtuoso, a statement game.
So a lot of people who just think this man just demos, but now after seeing this, how can you think any otherwise? I mean, he gets the demos, but then on top of that, he's got mechanics. You know, he's insane. He's got so many layers to him, and he's also just an annoying player to deal with.
It's like an onion. Yukis?
I don't understand that reference. An onion?
That's okay. An onion has layers, and this game has layers as well, and it's going deeper and deeper. Carrion tying this up off the backboard pass. Metza couldn't get the read.
Baby. It's the first time we've seen the Endpoint defense kind of get out of place. In the first game, they were all over the field and on top of each other's toes as well. Not sure how to communicate, and then it happens again here. Solary, the pressure just breaks down that defense. Not even the best look or the best pass comes out, but yet they get one in.
Oh, the backboard bouncing all the way out. Yukis is on the backboard trying to keep this one out of the Solary net. Now on the other end, lobs coming through. Solary getting shut down by Metza. Virtuoso tried to keep it up, but he couldn't. This is a swing game. Solary losing until the final seconds. Looking to steal game 3.
Oh, the demo, Yukis. Trying to be his own Virtuoso. That's a good shot there. Virtuoso, he crept out and left the net open for Exotic. If you pay attention to him, he was just following the ball. I don't know if he had any boost. He actually had 0 boost whatsoever and opened up the net for the shot.
Exotic getting the game winner for Solary.
Oh my goodness.
It looked like Endpoint had game 3 in the bag until the very end.
Oh, that's so frustrating too for Virtuoso. You work so hard in this series. You get the demos, you get the shots, crazy flip resets, and then in the final moments, you're starved on defense. No pads collected whatsoever, and you just give him a free shot. And Solary, like you said, take the swing game. That was crazy.
Solary now on match point. They can make this happen. Got that first goal, but then Virtuoso making plays. He got that double tap low altitude, the dribble to the flip reset pass, but then the 21-second mark, the rebound play from Carrion, and then Metza hitting that one not far enough to the corner. Virtuoso, he was playing for a bigger clear than that, got sucked out of net, and Exotic had that lane open, took it, and Solary was able to put that one away. Now, one game away, Turtle, from upsetting Twitch chat and the desk.
My goodness. I mean, I didn't think this was the result either. I didn't think it was going to go this way. I had full favor in Endpoint. Even watching those replays, it seems uncharacteristic. Endpoint and their defense, very confused. A lot of these plays that you see Solary going for, they're working hard for them. Don't get me wrong. They're organized on offense and making sure they get those passes in. But a lot of those shots that come out, I feel like somebody should be getting in front of them.
They'll have to figure it out here and now. Endpoint's back to the wall. Their tournament life not on the line, but they can get through to the next stage here and now. Carrion will chase his own hit downfield. Metza will slow play it. Sees Exotic on the sidewall. Second touch, it's downfield. Yukis gets taken out, but still gets the clear. Pinch all the way back towards net. The pass from Virtuoso. Metza will shoot towards net. Exotic save, rebound denied from Carrion.
Oh, that would have been a beautiful play. That pinch out to somebody on offense. I think it was Virtuoso, who's always aggressive. He got a little touch, and Metza, if the shot was just a little bit more powerful, here's Virtuoso with the classic demo, opening up some more space, but nothing yet. And we've seen some good looks from Endpoint, but where's that shot?
Virtuoso didn't really get much going there. Metza will go for the challenge. Too slow. Carrion tried to get past to Airborne. Looked like a Pulse gaming play there, you know? Pre-jumps, freestyles.
Hey, man, you got to do what you got to do to get up to that ball early. If you're going against somebody who's speedy, sometimes it's the pre-jumps that you got to rely on.
This one will bounce off the arc and down. Backboard pass. Exotic goes for the 50 and wins that one over to Carrion. Carrion, flick off the crossbar. Relating wave will stay with it and get it past the oncoming defender. Carrion, however, clears it back down. Virtuoso with the stop. It's to Exotic. Exotic can't sail it past Relating wave, who clears it off the side, and Metza will get it into Solary's half. Carrion
Good clears. Oh my goodness. Good clears using each other. Sorry to cut you off there. I was trying to figure out where they were going with the clear. They used each other to get forward, and then Metza just kind of gave away possession. And what worked so well earlier for Metza was keeping it close, going for the dribbles. Not seeing that as much here in this game.
We just moved past the halfway point. A good pass to Relating wave.
there it
Relating
is.
wave over to
Oh
Metza. 1, 2, 3. Endpoint take the lead.
I love this play. Metza stays forward here and maintains his pressure with the team. Instead of going back in that instance, you see two of your teammates going forward, your main instinct is to go all the way back, but he knows the pass can come across. The communication was there, and he gets the shot on target. All three players forward, but it worked beautifully for Endpoint, and they're back in the game.
It's that killer instinct. Relating wave tries to 50 that one through. Brute force didn't work out that time. Carrion will chase down Virtuoso. Exotic slowed down. Relating wave will hit this off the backboard. Goes high. Virtuoso clears it downfield, and that'll buy time. Metza hard off the wall. Virtuoso will miss. Relating wave there to clean up. Virtuoso turns for it. He's out of boost. Went for the challenge. Got the bump. An Endpoint. They continue to keep pressure mounting.
Oh, I love the fact that, though, they have somebody who forces a 50, goes forward, flips all the way on the other half, but stays forward. That's what's working for them. That's what happened with Metza in that other play. We even saw Virtuoso get a look of it there. Relating wave now. The easy 1v1 beat. He just flicks it across one player and then leaves so much space open.
Exotic was fooled by that first attempt on the ball by Relating wave. Let it go by him. Then the second defender, we saw Relating wave make contact, get it around him. Beats two players in a row to get that open net goal. Relating wave getting some insurance for Endpoint as we approach the final minute of gameplay. Solary down by 2. Infield pass. Carrion gets the backboard play. It's in the air. Rebound opportunity. Exotic puts it high. Double tap off the backboard, and Yukis will clear this one up. It took a while, but Solary scores after an extended assault.
And it's almost an unfortunate play if they hadn't have gotten Yukis crashed in the net, because Exotic, he went for that double tap as soon as the demo came out. He didn't have a chance to react. He popped it up so high. The angle was nearly impossible. He didn't get the shot off. But you're so happy you have Yukis on the team crash the net and not push him back. That's how it's done. They've only got one goal to get here with a minute left. With plays like that, it's more than possible.
Carrion goes for a 50. Virtuoso, a demo on the back line. But Exotic, huge challenge win. Relating wave has to go off his own backboard. Booms it long. Yukis will drop it down. Carrion in a race. Wins that one, but it's right to Relating wave, who pops it up yet again. Endpoint more than happy to waste time off the clock.
That's all you got to focus on. 23 seconds left. Just make sure you're getting the clears, having somebody face the challenge every time. Like Relating wave there. Great job on defense. He gets the follow-up clear too. So much space given to him, and he's making use of it.
Relating wave bumped out of the play. Carrion gets 50'd. Metzenaris will boot this downfield. Relating wave keeps it up. Exotic will leave that to Yukis. Yukis downfield. Exotic low on boost. He's got nothing, but it bounces off the ceiling. Carrion. This one off the ceiling as well. Finally, Endpoint will hit it to the ground, and they take game 4. We're going to game 5 yet again.
We've had so many game 5s today. I feel lucky. This is where Rocket League is the best, because these teams back and forth goal after goal. Even in this game, Solary, they might have lost it, but that one play they got was insane. A double demo with a double tap pass down to Yukis, who's crashing the net. That was so fun to watch, but Endpoint, they cleaned it up again on defense. It was a little bit scary last game. I was concerned for how they were moving on offense, but they fixed that today, or excuse me, not today, in this game. Let's see how they move into game 5. Are we just gonna see Solary come out at the beginning few seconds on fire like we did before, or are we just gonna see Endpoint take the game?
And I love that passing play we just saw in the highlights, the 1-2-3 passing play, that 2-goal lead. Yukis got that goal at the 1 minute mark to bring it within one, and Solary just could not find that second goal. And we've seen Endpoint now work that passing. Early on, Yukis was doing such a good job of defending the backboard. You see why Endpoint has to go for those infield passes. That play made it work, and ultimately was a big difference maker in this in that game 4. Relating Wave having a great series overall as well, getting the go-ahead, or the insurance goal rather, that ultimately was the game winner. But this is for all the marbles, Turtle. Relating Wave to the corner, trying to pinch this one by Yukis. Gets a boost steal. Carrion, infield pass. Metza will get challenged. Yukis first to this one. Goes for the backboard. Relating Wave will hit it to the corner. Virtuoso waiting downfield. Boomer of a clear. Relating Wave even reads the response into the middle.
Yeah.
And now Yukis. Exotic. Can't flick it. Infield pass to Yukis.
Nice
Yukis
pass.
shot right on target. Solary open up the score sheet in game 5.
Off the backboard, Carrion, he kept it close. Still a little flick over the defender, and then beat out the last one with speed. Didn't even have to get the flick out. Nice little pass. That's the best way to start game 5. I was feeling confident in Endpoint at first. I saw Relating Wave have some great clears off the backboard, some good defense from them, but it just broke down in the final seconds here as Carrion does it all himself.
Relating Wave beat to the ball. Metza will turn. He has Virtuoso on the wall. Virtuoso. The pass was too far out ahead of him. Now Yukis towards net. Carrion playing interference and taps this one in. Looked like he was trying to perhaps block a defender and get the goal.
Metza just got demoed, spawned, and Carrion got the bump as soon as Metza spawned. Metza 100% would have gotten that save had he not gotten bumped after spawning. That is so frustrating. Carrion, I would be incredibly tilted if that just happened to me and I was playing against you. I don't think I could even stand a play like that. It'd be so frustrating. Metza's got to recover from that mentally and now go on at a 2-goal lead for Solary.
That presence of mind by Carrion. You know where they might spawn. And no, Virtuoso gets bumped out of the play as well. Yukis, huge stop. Virtuoso to Metza. Exotic cuts it out. You're starting to see the pace from Solary picking up. Fake from Metza. Relating Wave, hard backboard pass. Metza shot opportunity, will be a weak bouncer. The miss from Yukis, and Virtuoso makes the most of it. You cannot miss a backboard read like that, otherwise you'll get punished.
Yeah. And Virtuoso, he's so mentally strong here to not base his shot off where the defender is flipping into the ball. He just stayed with that lane on the ball, made sure he could get the shot at the end of the day, and didn't get faked out whatsoever. That's such a difficult thing to do as a player because you just want to predict they're going to get the clear and make sure you can get a 50. But Virtuoso, he doesn't even care. He's staying there, no hesitation, and he cleans up.
And if you keep attacking the backboard, good things will happen. Yukis ran out of boost on that play. Had to make a play, immediately recover, go for a play again. Relating Wave off the ceiling to Virtuoso. Chips it upfield. Follow-up. Will pass it off the corner. Metza backboard attempt. Exotic gets a piece of it. Now back pass from Metza. Using up a lot of boost here. Will get the back corner. Drops it down.
Virtuoso didn't have any boost. Metza, that was so risky to drop it down. His teammates are starved right now on the backboard. You can see double commits left and right, like right there. Panic-induced play from Endpoint as Solary keep the pressure on.
This pinch.
Oh no, is that going in?
Towards net. Relating Wave will have it, but he's low. Pop. Metza with the challenge out to the middle. Virtuoso with space. Passes to Metza, but it's way too high out of reach. That was a quality chance. Another infield pass, and Virtuoso will blast it high. Metza sees Relating Wave, and that pass is too high. Endpoint going for the passes, going for the plays, but not finding the accuracy.
There's so many hits that just go across the field, and if there was one striker prepared and ready for that pass, we might have seen the tied up scoreline here. Had Endpoint positioned themselves more based on the pass and the communication was there, but instead it just floats across, easy clears for Solary, and now they've only got a minute to waste before they get this dub.
Exotic off the backboard, off the post. That was a close call for Relating Wave, who stays with this one. Going for the double tap, but that one shut down. Metza has Virtuoso in the wings. But the ball's cleared up the field. Carrion leaves it for Yukis. Yukis hard off the corner. Virtuoso, slow play. Going for another 50. Takes two defenders out of the equation. Does well, but a miss from Relating Wave. Metza bumped out of the play. That was a pool shot.
Oh, what a touch.
Exotic. And now Metza off the ceiling. Towards
Final
net,
10.
Carrion clearing it downfield. Exotic, first touch control. This one bounces hard. Exotic passes to the middle. Virtuoso over to Metza. This will be the last chance. Metza has Relating Wave and Virtuoso in the middle. Carrion off the sidewall, and it hits the ground. Game going to Solary. Game 5. It looked like Endpoint might bring something back, but Solary closes it out, and they're moving on to the next stage.
So many little adjustments Endpoint had to make throughout this entire series. At first, it was the defense. All on top of each other, nobody on the backboard. They fixed it up. We got Relating Wave going back there more, getting some solid clears. But then you get into game 5, we've got passes coming across the field. Nobody's there to answer it. Nobody has the response. Virtuoso, not as many bumps. Meanwhile, Solary, they kind of stayed consistent this entire series. Maybe we saw more physical plays, but other than that, they had an answer for every pass. Their defense always had somebody on the backboard. And overall, they looked more consistent and more of a put-together, well-organized team than Endpoint. And that's why they ended up taking this win, man.
Going the distance yet again. We've seen a few game 5s today, and even Solary going to game 5, losing, now going to game 5 and winning. Endpoint, however, they're down there with one more life left in the tournament. Just have to get one more win, and they're through to the next stage. Solary, however, have punched their ticket. And you know, that's just how it goes sometimes, Turtle. Close games coming up just short. We've seen that story play out time and time again. But we'll see if Endpoint ends up making it through. We can find out after the break. Stay with us.